Well, I just came on here. I mean, if people say they ain't got nothing to talk about, that's a story. Cause there's so much going on in this world. It's very serious. So I just got off Instagram and I went scroll down and I seen Columbus Short talking about when he went to R. Kelly's house before, and he said that R. Kelly was there, and he said if I would have knew that he had like so many women back there in one of the outhouses back there, his house, he said the house was his house, R. Kelly house was big and totally like a mansion, and so. He said, if I would have knew it was girls back there at our house, I would have got R. Kelly key and took it when he went to sleep and went and freed all them. He said, yeah, Captain Saberho. No, they got to be all that Columbus Short, because, they don't know what they got themselves into. Like I said, Columbus Short is a trip. He got jokes for bitty bitty days. Like, but I just had to say that because that was the first thing I seen going down my news feed on Instagram. But now back to Chrisean and Blueface. So now, excuse me, excuse me, Chrisean and Blueface. So Blueface is looking for Chrisean's brother, and Chrisean is like, Blueface came in our house, broke the doors on her refrigerator, and he was looking for her brother. And I'm just sitting up here like, oh my god, like family is being involved. The baby was over there with you when Blueface allegedly told you to come over there and bring the baby so you could see him. It's too many people. Like Chrisean, this man is very manipulated. I hope y'all ain't playing no games, because I just recently heard that someone tried to call Blueface's probation officer and let him know what's going on, and they were like, we were told this all was for entertainment purposes only. So I really hope that they're not playing a game when you got a child involved, and you have your family members and other people that, are innocent in this situation. Because no, he's looking for your brother. I don't know. The guy says he's a crip, and you want to be careful when it comes to that. This Chrisean situation, I'm gonna need Chrisean to grow up. I'm gonna need her to grow on up, because just having children don't mean that you're grown. And this man is very manipulative, and I feel so bad for Jaden, but I don't know if Jaden feels bad for herself because she's reaping what she's reaping from this. But this, it's like every day or every other day is Blueface and Chrisean. Like, deal with the woman that you said that you proposed to and meant it or whatever. Like, I don't get it. Like, he just supposedly brought her a house, but I'm assuming, like, okay, this girl is making the money. She's going out there on stage. She's rapping. It's her song. It's got to be. It, she had to buy that for herself. Like, Blueface is a narcissist at its finest, just like CJ So Cool, and when they call themselves setting some up for that female, those two guys, they want to take ownership of it, because I couldn't help but go on to Jaden's page, and it's like he's more in the forefront than she is, and it's weird. Like, just like I said, a narcissist at his finest. Like, he can't stay out the picture. He's like Diddy on every video. You know who he the people who is in the video and who he, be producing Diddy. He used to be on there all the time dancing. And like, okay, could you move over, sir? We trying to see the person, not you. He used to be on there dancing all the time. I was like, whoa, he move out the way. I never liked Diddy. I'm sorry. I never liked him. I never liked the R. Kelly. I'm sorry for those who love R. Kelly, but I didn't. But I do think that he is not the only one in the industry that has done these things. And I think it's other people that have strings attached to what he's done too. He didn't do it alone. And it's a lot of people in the industry that has done that. But back to Chrisean and Blueface. I really hope this is not no show, no act, and y'all, because when they're sitting up there talking about for entertainment purposes only, come on, what the first thing come in my head is like, that's his job, and so he should get away with it. It's acting, and this is what I do. No, Chrisean is literally gonna have to go to the probation officer herself, and she's gonna have to file charges, and she's got to make this believable. If it's not an act, she's gonna have to make this believable, because at this point, to continue on, whew, I don't know if they sign contracts to do stuff like this or what, because girl, your baby, this man is he's still not claiming little Chrisean Jr. And there's no reason why you should put the baby at risk. Like, come on now. I don't want you to get your child taken at all. Like, because I know you can do better. What your problem is, you shouldn't never. When you tell people that you're not sure about, and I'm quite sure, I don't care, even a young child would know how a person is. They can feel the energy. They can feel the energy of people. And because they're so innocent. And Chrisean, I know you felt like this. You know this man didn't really love you. You know he was going back and forth. So therefore, I know you should have never told your life story to him. He holds this against you. He's manipulative, and he knows how to get to you. He knows how to get to you. For anybody out there, be telling these folks your life story, because you know why? They don't care. They don't care. And then they're gonna use that against you. It's good and it's bad, people. And with Chrisean, he knows. Look her family. Her family is not there. They're there, but they're not telling. What are they telling her? Because these situations that's going on, it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. So why? I honestly, I cannot put place my family around me if they don't have my best interests at heart. Like I feel like, I mean, I know she loved her little brother, and I feel like they two peas in the pod. But the rest of them, I'm just sitting up here. Is it for clout? Is it, you know, you can't tell her nothing? Because it look like you can't tell Chrisean nothing. Like she think that she knows it and she don't. I'm telling you, when people are trying to tell these young people something, they don't be wanting to listen. And then next thing you know, it's gonna be heartbreaking when, especially for the person that tried to tell them and they don't listen, that something actually happens to them. I'm gonna need Chrisean to step up and just stop dealing with him, file charges on him. If it's not a game, if it's not for entertainment purposes only, file charges on him, Chrisean. Somebody needs to do it. You know, because this man, as soon as he got on probation, he was acting up. You know, and we don't need him. And he already sat up there and said, "Oh, he talking about he was just playing about the Cardi B and Chrisean." That's nothing to freaking play about, man. That's a whole marriage. That's a whole relationship that you talking about right there. Like that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Like, come on now, you shouldn't do stuff like that. So I can't believe nothing that comes out of his mouth. Nothing that comes out of his mouth. Like, you sit up here and the people is calling your probation officer, and these people end up, when they finally call the person back or talk to the person, they telling her that it's for entertainment purposes only. That's what y'all told them, that is your job, that's what you do. Like, come on now. Like, Chrisean filed charges on this man, this little boy, Narcissus boy, filed charges on him because he's gonna get out even more out of hand if you keep accepting what he's doing. You pulled up to his house and try to act like you wasn't supposed to be there, and he know, because I think, okay, in the text messages, it's a in between, and in between him and Chrisean talking, I believe it was a phone call, some phone calls. So soon as Chrisean got over there, he's acting like, she wasn't supposed to be there. Like, I doubt she would bring her child over there if he did not want it. He did that. He did that. He set her up like that. And he's gonna continue on doing it if she keep rolling with the flow of what he's doing. He's gonna continue on doing it. And I don't want to hear nothing from Carlicia, his mama, however say her name. I don't want to hear nothing from her. She's gonna, at the end of the day, she's gonna stick up for her child. Her child, and she got no other choice but to, because you know why? She He's not gonna listen to her, but anyway. He's not gonna listen to her anyway. He's gonna do what he wanna do. That's it. So she has no other choice but, because she was just there with Jaden at that little other concert with last night or the night before. She was there celebrating with her. Like, she's so back and forth, like she's bipolar. Carlicia act like she's bipolar. I wouldn't never. There's those type of people can't even be in my circle. But your bipolar self, I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. You always on the internet. You're always talking. Go ahead, be a creator and create your own content on every platform, because you stay on that motherfucker. You stay on the internet talking your crowd. You stay on the internet talking your crowd. And this whole situation is him being manipulated. He knows that girl is young and young minded. Early on, he's pointing out everything that's wrong with her that could get her in trouble and everything. It's like Blueface, you're so fucking manipulative. He he needs to grow up. And it is sometimes it is not the parent how they raised them. It's not that. It don't be that all the time, because parents could raise you and raise you and raise you. But don't blame the parent for some things. Like a lot of these celebrities, a lot of times the reason why they child act this way is because they weren't taught right or they parents weren't there. But for real though, Carlisha, what did you really teach your children? Because you said you got two, at least one. The other brother, he seems a respectful. The daughter seems respectful, but when it's time for show, she's ready. Kind of like her mom. But Blueface, he's out of control. It's time. It's time. He has to go. He has to go. Cause you ain't finna be sitting up there jeopardizing no child, man. You can't be jeopardizing no child. Then now you after the brother for what? Is it all for show? Let me know. We need to know. If everybody's sitting up here faking the whole situation, we need to know. You know, and just like I said, Chrisean, you gotta wake up. You gotta be 10 toes down. You gotta step. You gotta be some steps ahead of them. She's saying she's moving now, and some people say that the brother possibly could be at the new house um where she's going. But Chrisean, he shouldn't have had no key anyway. You're expecting something out of him that you're not gonna get. He's gonna keep going back to Jaden. And for people that's like Jaden is gonna come out on top, Jade, she may come out as on top in money, but at the same time, her sanity, her mental health, and what she's going through over there and have to see in the tabloids all the time and on the internet, that ain't cool either. That ain't cool either. If she go through marrying him, she just needs to know it's not gonna stop. She is not gonna stop. She got to grow up too, because for one, you got two kids by him, possibly, and when y'all get married or a little before y'all get married, you could end up having another child. You don't know. The space is open because you see, he keep coming back and he coming back to you. Talking about he brought her that house. Get that girl set up there and work for that house herself. Y'all, you are what is his manager's name? Y'all what happened girl when came back and went to them shows with y'all. Let's be clear, like she could have gave when she left Blueface, she could have gave well, I ain't gonna say leave because that girl, she ain't gonna ever leave no damn Blueface. Like it just seemed like she's stuck. But Chrisean, you have a way to get out. Get out. Get out. Like what Chrisean is going through now. Chrisean is allowing this man to do her like her parents have done her. She is no, that it's been explained numerous of times that they had their habits, and her parents. And the same way with Blueface, she's used to this toxic situation. She has to understand she gotta break those cycles because you don't want to deal with the toxic stuff you dealt with as you was growing up. But I know exactly how she feels. But she's not right in everything if you don't listen to no one that's really trying to give you that advice, then you're gonna keep going down the same road. You're gonna keep getting the same man. You're gonna get people that's using you for your fame. It's people that truly love Chrisean Rock, feel bad continuously on praying for her every day, her and that baby. Safety. She's not taking heed to it. If this is a game, Chrisean, you know what? It's sad to say, but a lot of people are gonna change because they still, I believe she will change. She gotta get, she has to, Krishan has to get her, put her feet down. She has to, she really needs to take him to court. She really needs to, okay, make sure that's his child, like we know the baby is his child. But because he's not claiming him, that's the reason why you need to take him to court. You can't do things at this point. She cannot do things for the sake of just her. It's got to be for that child. You got a child to think about now, and you have to listen to people that's trying to give you the right knowledge, and the right wisdom. Like, come on now, you don't want that child coming up and have to deal with that type of stuff. What he's dishing out to you, what Blueface is dishing out to you, and the toxic things that you had to deal with when you grew up. Okay, like, you have to be mindful. These traits are a pattern, and you have to think about the child in the situation and not just yourself. you know you're more like trying to, I gotta get it, I gotta get the money. Out here a lot of people running after the bag gonna see you down the wrong road. It is. If it ain't coming from God, or your heart where God lies, and then, man, I don't, it ain't gonna work out. And you keep getting into it with Blueface, but you got this other person over here who you say that you're communicating with, that you're dealing with. I would be so upset if I was with her and she constantly goes back and forth with another guy that she's not even with, but she just has a child by. Unnecessary drama. Like, come on now. Uh-uh. No, that's not cool, Krishan. It's really time to grow up. When you found out you was pregnant with that baby, you should have been having that mindset then. You already was crying, stressed out while you was pregnant with the baby. I'm so glad that he's a good baby and don't whine all the time and stuff like that. But baby, you got to grow up. This man is going to continue on manipulating you. You're going to keep falling in his traps. Why? All because you sitting up there trying to, he is the dad, so I want to take him to see his dad. Because your dad wasn't out like that, man. Like, no. Sometimes we cannot go off of when we were young and we were growing up. The history, the stuff that went on with us. You got to see life for what it is. And if you see this man sitting up there mistreating you and have no respect for you, you have a son by him. Do you want your son to act like that towards you? You got to get your respect now, sister. If you don't get it now, when he get older, your son get older, you do not want your son disrespecting you. Trust me. Because the one thing about a son, they stay on mama's side. But if you keep accepting this type of behavior from Blueface, man, it's gonna be a lot. Your baby's just some months old. Your baby just some months old. I know you got to make your money, but you got to be there for your baby. And this is something you may not have been thinking about before you decided to keep the baby. And I'm not saying she should have did anything with the baby. She should have kept her baby. But it's just something you should have thought about. Especially, this man was acting like this even before you had a child by him. And he's still acting like this. He's not showing no change in ways. No matter how many times his mammy try to come on live and try to defend him and try to be like, it can't be just Blueface wrong. It's got to be, well, that person is wrong. Your son is manipulative. He only cares about the cash and what he can get, cares about having you know what with females and them doing things to please him like he above God. Don't like the dude. Don't like him. But anyway, in other news, so TMZ then put out something about Offset and Cardi B, and I'm gonna say Offset and Cardi B because in that post they were like, Cardi B and Offset, let me tell you something. Stop trying to make this young lady be a bad person. She's not a bad person. She's not a bad person. She's a woman that has been going through things with her husband, and now they're saying that. So they went and got they had a vacation home, and so they had a vacation home, and they're saying that they left that house so tore up. And I'm just sitting up here like, oh my God, Cardi. And they just put the female name right there in the front, like, we want to make sure that we get it from the one that's making the most. So we're gonna put this female name right here in front. What about the man? Why he supposed to be the head of the household? Why? I don't care how much you make. If she making more than him, he still call the man. Call him. Why you trying to blast her? She's going through enough. And I didn't want to even say anything about this. She is very upset about what's going on. And then they saying that they tore up a lot of stuff. Scratches was on a tile. Scratches, and holes in the wall. I'm like, what? Like, I ain't gonna say that's true until Carly be like, this is what happened. Because Carly is gonna say it. She is not finna sugarcoat it. And it's just crazy how the timing of things. When people, they don't give you no break in Hollywood. When they come after you, they come bang, 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 bang. They don't give you no break in Hollywood. Like, that's crazy. She going through this and that and that. And with her husband, say they tore up the house. They tore their vacation home up. So now the landlord said he has been trying to get in touch with them. They were there from last year, 2022, all the way up to, they didn't say, they said October, but they didn't say what year. And I'm just like, these people are full of crap. Like, y'all know what's going on right now. So y'all just gotta put it all out there. And if you not, I do agree with them. If they were the ones that tore that place up like that, if it was tore up like that, then yeah, you should get your money. And but I remember Carly saying not too long ago that she had tenants that they didn't want to move out, and she was like, I'm not finna go through all that because it's gonna take forever to try to get the tenants out. And I also thought to myself, I'm like, is that what they trying to do? Because some other people are doing that to them allegedly, but I don't know. I just know that they under enough scrutiny. I already know they under enough pressure. Their marriages, and he's begging her back. I would say he's begging her back now. He wants her mother. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even adding that music stuff in it because it's irrelevant at this point. But they said 85,000 damage that was done to that home. And I'm just sitting up here like, Lord, I know that that's probably not nothing to them, but you know how when stuff piles up on you, you just like, oh my God, another thing, you know. And I just feel like that's what I feel from them, but it's just like I feel like Cardi B feels like she can't catch a break. Offset feel like he can't catch a break. Like, you get your wife back, man. You know, because Blueface over there goofing out, playing, talking about it was a joke, it wasn't serious. That's not cool that Blueface did that. You know, because that is a whole marriage. It's a whole relationship. Can't nobody say they ain't know about that. Um, yeah, talking about they toe up the place, toe up, scratch holes, furniture, toe up. I'm like, well, what they doing in there? If it was them, if it was them, I don't know. Everything in this live is allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. But he said he tried to get in touch with them, but no one's available. I don't understand how no one could be available, but you know, it's I really don't like this for Cardi B because I really think she is a good person. Um, she doesn't deserve it. She doesn't. And but you know, baby, they'll catch you at your lowest. They'll catch you at your lowest and be like this, that, and that. Hit you with all types of bombs, and you be like, golly. But yeah, I just pray for my girl Cardi B and Offset, just like I said in her live that time, in my live, that you said that you were single, but you have to go through the process of separation, and then there comes divorce if everything goes well. But you never said you were divorced, Carly. So I know that it's a possibility that you and Offset could get back together, you know, through it all, especially since the Joker lied over there talking about he that he was just playing and he was just joking about Chrisean and Offset. That's nothing to play with because you but Carly was like it wasn't in it's not that had nothing to do with her decision. But still, you don't play like that about people's marriage. Period. You don't play about that. You don't do that. You know, they really loved each other. I don't, Carly always coming on here talking about, we're not together right now. It's nothing anyone did. No, no, Carly. I know you still love your husband. Your husband still loves you. And he wants to get back with you, but that is your choice. But don't ever bring your marital issues back to this internet because people that dislike you love to hear that. They love to see that the work that they wish upon you is being done. Don't do that. Don't give nobody nothing to talk about you in a negative light about. You know, hold your emotions because especially with something like that, I ain't saying with everything. I already know because Cardi talk. So I already know she gonna speak her mind. But with your marriage, your relationship, with your family, period, point blank, offline, cut it off. Handle it the way you know how to handle it offline. But it's so much. It's just so much. So I do pray for Cardi and Offset. And, however they relationship may go, I know it's going to be pleasing in God's eyes. Whether they have to get a divorce and be co-parenting or they get back together. I'm saying they going to get back together. I'm saying they're going to get back together. Because she does this. She does this. And she be in her feelings. She has every right to be in her feelings, though. But yeah, I must say they're gonna get back together. Get back together. I'm gonna say that. But Christian Keys. Um, just like I was saying yesterday, I feel like a lot of people are taking Christian Keys the wrong way. And how he does. They saying you're not saying a name like only reason why everybody knew Diddy's name when Cassie came out, because he's that famous. Everybody knew something was ill about Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew that, and everybody in that industry knew that Cassie was going through what she was going through, but nobody stepped up. So everybody's expecting Christian Keys to straight out say when he has to go through a process just like Cassie had to go through a process. I don't think they understand it, but I think he's gonna end up making sure that they understand that once he go through his process or what he had to do, just like Cassie had to do, then you'll know who it was. Is But he also said in the comments, he said a lot of people got the name, and they don't even know it. But everybody feeling like he's playing games. Like, I don't know. It's just me that can see through a lot of bull crap. I don't feel like he's playing games, but a lot of people probably be a little bit too sensitive and too into it that they want to know so bad. Like, it will be revealed. It will be revealed who he's exactly talking about. And I also hear some people, they are talking about TD Jakes. He was like, I heard Hollywood Unlocked, Jason Lee, he was saying y'all blaming a pastor for doing this, that, and that. He's talking about YouTubers. I'm like, ain't he on YouTube too? you know he got a podcast, but he put that podcast on YouTube, right? But my whole thing is, you cannot sit up there and take these preachers as seriously as you take your own self. You believe in a preacher, a pastor, a evangelist, um what is it, Catholic preacher or whatever they are, because I don't know nothing about that. But you believe in these people more than you believe in yourself and what you see with your own eyes. And I think with a lot of people in the industry, they try to turn a blind eye to how these people really are. They really are about their life, and and doing things like that. I don't put them past TD Jakes, just like I don't put them past any other preacher, pastor, human being. I don't put them past them. So for people that sitting up there talking about like he wouldn't do that, like, oh my God, you got to be the most delusional as people to think that. You don't even trust your neighbor half the time. Better yet, you don't trust your husband or your friend, the best friend you knew all your life. So how you gonna put your trust in a preacher? That's just like, you putting your trust, obviously, in the preacher more than you putting your trust in God. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Cause I could look past. You can see the silhouette. Yeah, I mean, we all have been sinners. Like, yes, Carmen. Like, we all have been sinners. Like, but I'm sitting here looking at this man. Something ain't right. Something ain't right about him. And it, just like a lot of pastors, preachers, or any, ones that try to call themselves the leaders of the church. Like, you're not finna make me have a blind eye like you have. I refuse to. I refuse to have a blind eye. I'm woke and I see, and it broke my heart to hear Jason Lee talk about YouTubers and talking about how, you know, this is how much God thinks of you when, you're on YouTube. Like, he said, I'm gonna be like basically climbing mountains, being higher than us and stuff like that. That's rude, first of all. And God cares about little people too. He cares about the people that's not making as much as him too. It's weird how you get to these positions and you just want to rip everyone else apart because they know the truth. And if you think about it, the small people are always the ones that do know the truth. The ones that have the money and all that, they are blinded to the truth because of all that money and fame, flashy cars, flashy jewelry. He's getting this interview, that interview with everybody. But you know what? You're being blinded. And I don't even think he's blinded. I think he knows the truth. He's just trying to cover up the truth and try to make everybody else look bad. But you can't make nobody look bad when they actually know the truth. Like, we know how these people, we ain't got to be there like he does, you know, to actually see it. We are God sent, and we know exactly. Some of us, I'm gonna just say that some of us, not all, but I know that I'm God sent and that I see straight through these people. I definitely see straight through them. They continue on lying to us because they really think we dummies. They really think we dummies. And whatever these people that have, these higher up people, they have their little interviews and they talking to these people, these famous people on their interviews, they can totally be lying. It's all performance for entertainment purpose only when they come on there and they have these interviews with these people. But now I want some real stuff. If I feel like you lying to me, I don't really want to hear it. Yeah, I really don't want to hear it at the end of the day. And when I'm interviewing you, I'm gonna call you out. I'm gonna just let it be known. Look, I feel like this right here don't sound right. So I'm gonna have to, you know, I'm gonna need you to let me know why you said this and said that. It ain't for no messiness. Like, for real, it's people out there really want to know the truth because we got children growing up in this world. Our grandmothers, our grandfathers, some of our grandmothers and grandfathers and mothers and fathers, and your siblings, we're still here. We're still being entertained by your freaking mess. And they have the nerve to put down people like us. When they say stuff like that, you know you're getting somewhere. You know you got something when people have to down you. Even I don't know if you know Candace Starr. She said she was on TikTok. She was speaking about Oprah and her ill ways, her evil ways. Yeah, Miss Lady that gave away all the cars to the teachers. She was speaking about her on TikTok, and so TikTok took it down, saying saying that Oprah's saying that it's not making her look good in a good light. It's not showing her in a good light. So all these people want you to do is talk good about them. They want you to talk good about them. So Candace Starr came back onto her platform, and she spoke about her on her platform and told the truth about her, because something is going on with Taraji. Something is going on with Taraji P. Henson, because one thing about Taraji, she can act her butt off. And for her not to be getting the money that she deserves, oh, something up with that, because every Taraji movie I'm watching, being my family. So I'm not understanding that. If you go back, if you go to Candy Star, um, she had the last or second to the last video, because I just watched it last night, and how Oprah walked in there when it was Taraji, Oprah, Fantasia, and another girl that was in The Color Purple, which I'm not watching. I already seen The Color Purple. I don't want to watch it. If Taraji, I feel Taraji so much. But only thing that Candace Starr was saying that I kind of agree with was that Taraji's talking about the money that she's not making in the industry like other women, like white women. And she's getting tired of her sisters coming to her talking about they're not making money like they supposed to, right? So Candace started thinking, she was like, it's people out here struggling hard. I get all that, but Taraji has been that big actress. She's been a big actress in the industry for a long time now. And it's a more about a black woman thing. And Candace Starr was, she she agreed with Taraji on a lot of all the other things, but when it came to when she was talking about her money issues and how she gotta pay other people, she was like, it's people out here that can't even pay their bills right now, not eating right now. That is true. And I'm one of those people that are don't have a whole lot, but I have a roof over my head. I'm grateful, but I can sit up here and say that it's not about what Candace was talking about in that specific area, but everything else Candace thought she was definitely right about. Um, but I could say that I think it's a black and white thing, because Taraji is not. She's supposed to make a lot of money, man. Taraji is a great actress, and she be bringing the money in. So why she can't bring the money in herself? She got people to pay. I can't put myself on Taraji P. Henson's level when I'm not there yet. You see what I'm saying? I can't really sit up there. All I can see is what she's exactly going through. It's like she did have to do that. But when you look at the video, what Candy Star has, um, Taraji P. Henson, she looks kind of aggravated with Oprah, you know, and Oprah come up and now dance, like kind of like stepping in there with a little dance, and I'm like, man, these people worship her. They worship her. I can't. I'm just not one to be blinded. Do you hear me? And she moves away from Taraji and goes to the end. When have you ever known Oprah to go to the end of a picture? Oprah always in the middle or at the beginning. She goes, I mean, I'm looking at what I see. The eyes, it don't tell no story. It don't tell no story. You could look at people's eyes and they try to wear their little shades and then their glasses. See, Oprah had to take her shades off because she walked in there with some shades. These people be knowing they the boss, and they, a evil boss at that. I'm just telling the truth. I'm not, I don't know these people personally, but spiritually, if you're spiritually inclined, you do see through these people. You can see through these people. And this lady is not a good person. I'm sorry. I gotta say allegedly, but yeah, the Tyler Perry, no, he's not either. And we have given all these people all our time, all our money, and they have grown and grown and grown off. We have to be mindful of who we paying to conquer us, over us, because they're in control in some kind of way. If you got a billionaire, millionaire, whatever it may be, they say, let me give an example. Just like Christian Keys. Like Christian Keys, he wanted to make it in the industry. And then now you got this billionaire, right? He want to make it. If that billionaire says no, it's a no go with him. Cut him off from all things. He's gonna be cut off. He's gonna be cut off. Imagine having that type of stuff. You see it sometimes on your job, and there ain't even no millionaire, no billionaire, or even 100 there. You know what I'm saying? These people, a couple of jobs I'd have been on, like in the past years, they're that way. They come in and they not taking their job seriously. They taking the authority that they have serious. Okay, that's what's happening with a lot of people. They taking the authority that they have seriously, and I'm not the one to stay for it. Okay, because I know who I am. I know who I am. But child, I've been talking, and I'm finna get up out of here. I love you guys. Comment, like, and subscribe, please. Just start a conversation. I'll be right there with you. Start a conversation and let's talk about it. All right, I'm out, you guys. Love you.